Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, I'm going to make a Warhammer build. So this will actually be the third time I've done this. This one will be slightly different to the other two. I'm going to shape the head slightly different than the ones you would have seen. I'm going to taper these bits in. I'm going to taper in here, so that way and that way, to create 4 spikes. And I may taper some of the spike. That's the body of that is the head of the Warhammer. The body will be a steel pipe which is about 1 inch wide. That'll sit in it like that, and then I'll do some kind of leather handle. I've done string wrapped handles for these, tape wrapped handles. What I think I'm going to do with this one is build up a layer of leather at the front and the back, gluing it on, shape that into a sort of nice curved collar, and then do a laced bit of leather in the middle. So the first thing I'll do is get this handle off and see what I'm working with. There you go. Might be able to reuse that rivet. Reuse the rivet at least. So, pretty standard if you've seen these. I will need to adjust a bit here and here to get it fully in, because I want mine to come up to about there. Because all this steel tube is really doing is just extending the handle by about 8 inches maybe. So, I think what I'll start doing next is shaping the head of the Warhammer. Right, so I've done the spikes in the sort of front. Quite happy with that. I'm going to start tapering in this bit now, and you don't have to do any of this. It's just I want this to look a bit more like the traditional ones, so I'm going to taper in this part here and here, and maybe a bit in the corners. Right, so I've shaped this bit. Now I'm going to sort of take a little bit out the back of the spike and also make it a little bit more pointy. That'll just help it penetrate better. What I'm going to do now is grind down this little lump so that the Warhammer will fit into the handle. I'm now going to mark where to put the rivet. So I'm just going to mark the top of the handle, the top of the head, sorry. Forgot to press record when I was drilling. Oh well, it's not that difficult to you know what goes on there. Just going to file off a little bit, the little sort of shavings, if you know. Okay, I can now put the head back in and put a nail through. So there you go, and I pinned over the head a bit so that they're both sort of curved over. So you now get the sort of look of what we're going for here. This is more of a one-handed one, but you will be able to use it with 2. So Now I just need to start touching up and sanding off the head. Put the wood down the sides, a bit in here as well, in the handle, and then work on the leather handle. I'm now going to put a piece of wood, this piece of wood, into this handle, and it will go right up to basically where the bottom of the handle is. We're going to hammer it down onto that, and hopefully that should stop any twisting. Because sometimes if the hole is bigger than your rivet, you are going to have a little bit of movement, but by using the wood in the bottom and in the sides, that will prevent that. I'm just going to put a bit of glue. Yes, lovely. So hopefully that will go either side of the handle of the tang and really, really solidify that. That should not move at all now. So what I'll do, cut that off. Yeah, that seems to, yeah, that is rock solid now. So I can cut that bit off and then put the wood in here and here. Right, so pretty much the Warhammer is done, as in the build. Now I need to do the handle. So I've got some of this leather. What I think I might do, build up a collar here with leather, just strips of leather, bits like this. Keep wrapping it around until it creates a collar, and then I'm going to glue it. So each time I roll it round, wrap it round, I'm going to glue it. Hopefully it should create quite a hard collar, which I can shape a bit then. I have one at the top, one at the bottom, and then what I'm going to do is get a piece of this bit probably, and I'm going to put some holes either side of it, and I'm going to lace that on so that the lace is either at the front or back in line with the spike or the head, so that you can do a bit of edge alignment with that handle. You can feel where the lace is, you know that's the side of the pick, say the spike. Yeah, I think that'd be quite a good idea. So I'm going to build up these parts first. I'm going to have to cut some. What you'll see is I would have cut some strips and I'll start gluing them around, and then I'll probably just temporarily tape them until the glue dries. Right, so I've adjusted the two collars to how I want it. Cut a piece of leather. This will be wrapped around the handle. So what I need to do now is make a series of holes, both sides, same amount of holes, and I can put a string through. So to make the holes I'm just going to use one of these little punches. You can use the hand punch things. Yeah, I'll just be laying it down on a piece of wood, hitting a hole in it. I'll come back when I'm lacing it, because you don't really need to be shown how to make holes. Right, so I haven't actually done this before. Well, I haven't. So I'm just going to sort of do it as I go along. I am going to put some glue on this though, to keep the leather, once it's done, in place, because I don't want it moving at all. Like that. Okay, there you go. Let's get in there. As I said, there's loads of different ways you could probably do this. And I may end up changing my mind what I do, but try and work out a nice sort of lace that you want to do and do that. Right, there it is then. Really happy with that actually. So I have made, this is probably my third one. I've changed this slightly from the other ones. Put a bit more detail into the head, which I'm really happy with. And I've done a leather wrapped handle, which again, quite happy with that. And because you've got the lace in line with the head, you know which way you're holding it. So you do get a bit of edge alignment there. Lanyard, I'm going to shorten a little bit, that's just been put on temporarily, just so, you know, just so it's done. So yeah, I am really happy with that, I think that looks great. So what I'll do now is some HD pictures, and eventually maybe in this video, but if it's not, it'll be in a later video, will be some destruction tests with this, which I will probably include the recent battle axe that I made as well. So yeah, look at my channel, or maybe in the description there's probably a link to it if you can't find it, or maybe a card will pop up or an end screen. So yeah, I hope you like it. It's quite a simple build, I think. You can do these with quite simple tools, and again, you don't have to do these handles like this. You could do string wrapped or tape, stuff like that. Right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, definitely subscribe, share the video if you think you know someone who might want to watch this, and yeah, I'll see you later. Don't forget to watch the rest of the video.